Ethan had always been a light sleeper. Even the soft hum of the refrigerator from the kitchen could wake him up. His friends joked that he could hear a leaf fall outside, and he laughed with them, pretending it didn't bother him. But deep down, he knew it was true. Nights were always uneasy for him, filled with half-dreams and the constant feeling that the world wasn't as silent as everyone believed. But nothing had ever disturbed him the way the first midnight call did. It was 12 a.m. exactly. His phone lit up on the bedside table, the vibration echoing louder than usual in the quiet of the room. Ethan frowned, blinking at the ceiling for a moment before glancing at the glowing screen. Unknown number. He hesitated. No name. No location. No contact history. Just a plain unknown number calling him at midnight. He considered ignoring it. Who calls at such a time? But something, curiosity, instinct, or perhaps the lingering insomnia, made him swipe the screen. Hello, he said. No one responded. There was only breathing. Slow. Even. Calm. Who is this? Ethan asked, now fully awake. Still no answer. He waited several more seconds, but the breathing suddenly stopped. The line went dead. He stared at the screen, confused. Just as he set the phone back down, a strange shiver traveled down his spine. Was someone messing with him? A prank? A wrong number? He waited for sleep to return, but it didn't. The next night, the call returned. Again at 12 a.m. Exactly. Hello? Who are you? He demanded. This time, the breathing continued longer, steadier. Ethan could almost imagine someone standing inches away from their own phone, listening to him. And then a voice spoke. Soft. Calm. Familiar. Do not go to work tomorrow. Ethan froze. Before he could ask why, the line went dead again. He sat up in bed, heart pounding. Why shouldn't he go to work? Who knew his schedule well enough to call him at midnight? He thought about ignoring it. He wasn't someone who believed in mysterious warnings. But the voice, that familiar tone unsettled him deeply, as if it belonged to someone he used to know. He didn't sleep much that night. By morning, he finally decided. He would go to work. He wasn't going to let some anonymous caller dictate his life. But halfway through getting ready, a wave of nausea hit him. A strange instinct told him to stay home. Not because of fear, but because something felt wrong. Something in the tone of the caller's voice had sounded almost protective. He sat on the edge of his bed, hands shaking. Finally, he called his workplace and reported sick. At 9:30 a.m., while he was drinking coffee and trying to forget everything, news broke on every channel. There had been a gas explosion in his office building. The floor where Ethan worked was completely destroyed. Had he gone in, he would have died. The cup fell from his hands. Whoever called him, whoever warned him, had just saved his life. That night, he waited for the call. He didn't know why. He should have been terrified. He should have blocked the number. But there was something in the voice that felt both chilling and inexplicably comforting. At 12 a.m., the phone rang. Ethan picked up immediately. Who are you? Silence. Then the breathing again. You were not meant to be there today, the voice said softly. You listened. Good. Tell me who you are. Ethan demanded. You already know, the voice replied. You just haven't remembered yet. And the call ended. Ethan's skin prickled. Remembered? He tried to think, any memory, any clue, but nothing came. Still, the voice had saved him. That meant something. The third night, Ethan didn't wait in bed. He sat on the couch, phone in hand, staring at the clock as the seconds crawled toward midnight. His heart pounded louder with each tick. At exactly 12 o'clock, his phone rang. He answered before the first vibration completed. What do you want from me? Ethan asked. The voice spoke with unusual seriousness. You must leave your house. Now. Ethan stared at the dark window. What? Why? There is no time. Do not ask questions. Walk outside and keep walking until I tell you to stop. Are you crazy? I can't just. Please, Ethan. Trust me. The urgency in the voice broke his resistance. Something inside him whispered that this wasn't a threat. It was a warning. He slipped on his shoes, grabbed his jacket, and stepped outside into the cold night air. Now walk straight, the voice instructed when Ethan answered again. He obeyed. Street after street passed beneath his feet. The silence of the night wrapped around him like a blanket, broken only by the occasional dog bark or passing car. After 10 minutes, he asked, "Where am I going?" "Just keep walking," the voice repeated. And then, a deafening explosion ripped through the air behind him. Ethan spun around, eyes wide. His house, his entire house, was engulfed in flames. His legs trembled. His breath caught in his throat. He would have died again. "Do you trust me now?" the voice whispered. Ethan's eyes filled with tears. "Yes," he whispered. "Just tell me who you are." There was a long silence. Finally, the voice spoke, softer than ever. "I am someone who failed you once," it said. "But I am not allowed to fail you again." Ethan felt the world tilt. "Failed me? When? Who are you?" "You will remember. Soon," the voice said. "For now, go to the old bridge. I will meet you there." The line clicked dead. Ethan stared at the phone, chest rising and falling rapidly. Meet him? In person? Was that safe? Was this someone he knew? Someone he lost? He walked. 40 minutes later, he reached the old wooden bridge at the edge of town. The wind was colder there. The trees whispered. The moonlight cast long shadows on the planks. His phone rang again. "Don't step onto the bridge," the voice warned. "Why not?" Ethan asked. "You are not ready." "Ready for what?" he whispered. "For the truth." Suddenly, footsteps echoed across the bridge. A figure emerged from the fog. A man. Tall. Wearing a dark coat. Moving toward Ethan slowly. "Is this you?" Ethan asked the voice on the phone. "No," the voice whispered. "Turn around now." Ethan's pulse quickened. "Who is that then?" "A mistake," the voice said. "A threat. Someone who knows you survived." Ethan didn't think. He ran. The figure shouted and chased after him. "Left," the voice instructed. He turned left. "Jump over the fence." He jumped. "Hide behind the shed." He hid. The footsteps of the stranger passed by. Minutes later, Ethan finally caught his breath. "Why is someone after me?" he whispered into the receiver. "Because you lived," the voice said. "And you were not meant to." A chill washed over him. "Not meant to? What does that mean? Who decides that?" "You will understand," the voice replied. "But not tonight." "Then when?" Ethan asked, desperation cracking his voice. "When it is safe. When the past returns. When you remember what happened the night you died." Ethan froze. "I died?" The voice took a heavy breath. "Yes," it said softly. 2 years ago. And I could not save you then. I am trying now." Ethan felt dizzy. "How can I die and be alive?" Ethan whispered. "You survived the body," the voice said. "But not the timeline." Nothing made sense. Everything made sense. His